I'm with Matthew from John Lewis, and they offer a free nursery advice service. Matthew, can you tell me what that is?
Yes, basically that is it's a one-to-one consultation. A couple can come into branch, and our experienced nursery advisors will show them around the department and compile a list which friends and family can either phone or purchase online off the list. It's kind of like a wedding list that we also do. And basically that's pretty much the needs of what the parents will want for when the baby is due.
And when do they get all these products?
Pretty much before the due date. Once the list is closed, we will then arrange delivery and send all the goods out for delivery.
And do they pick just one of each item or a selection?
They could choose a couple of cot beds and a couple of car seats as well, and they can basically make their own decisions on whether what one they would prefer after they've compiled the list. We basically offer advice on all selections of cots and cot beds and prams and car seats, but it really depends on the actual client's needs. And basically their methods of travel and also where they actually live.
So obviously if someone was in a flat, you'd perhaps not recommend but show different prams to someone who lived in a 4-storey mansion house.
Well, exactly. I mean, they'd be looking for a lightweight pram, for instance. So again, if they're using public transport or living in a flat and they've got some stairs leading up to the flat, they may not necessarily want a heavier pram. They may just want a lightweight pram, and that's what we'd recommend. We offer impartial advice on all the ranges that we have in branch.
And where, if, for example, if I had family in Scotland and I lived in London, would they have to come to London to buy this?
No, like I said, they can just phone or they can go into their local branch, and that's where they can actually buy from the list in the local branch or go online, like I mentioned.
So any local branch with a nursery advice.
Exactly.
Fantastic. All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get some impartial advice of my own. Okay, so we've got a couple of your products here. What would I use them for?
Well, I'll point you out to the Bugaboo first of all.
Okay.
You'll probably see them in the celebrity magazines, actually.
How did you know I read them?
Well, there you go. The tailored fabric is a plus for most people. You can get different colours on the Bugaboo. This one's San, I'm pointing out to you now. We do pink fabric, black, yellow, green, blue.
Match your wardrobe.
Yeah, red.
Fantastic.
Also, we actually do different base colours as well. So we can also get the base in a sand colour, in the grey, which you can see now. We can also get it in a blue and a red as well.
Okay. And so is it just that, or would that go on it at some point?
You also get, as part of the tailored fabric, you also get the fabric for the seat unit, which basically what happens is once the carry cots you've finished using that, which will be after 6 months, you take the fabric off because it's velcroed on, and you basically you put the seat fabric onto here. Obviously we've got a separate frame to display that, but basically the fabric will just velcro on to the unit, and obviously you'd use that up to until they're walking, obviously.
Which we never know when that
Which
will
we
be,
never
do
know.
we?
You see children going around when they're 8 still in a buggy.
Yes, you do.
Exactly.
Much to my delight. And this one over here?
Yes, the Quinny. Basically, again, you've got a carry cot there that will go onto the chassis up to 6 months, and then it will go on, the car seat unit will go onto that. We do have a car seat which goes onto both of the chassis, the Bugaboo and the Quinny, and that's the Maxi Cozy, and I can show you that in a second when we go around to car seats. But there's specific adapters which will go onto the chassis on both of those items.
And why is that good to have a car seat adapted?
Well, it's just the flexibility of being able to take the baby out of the car, and if they're asleep, you don't really want to disturb them, so you just put them straight onto the chassis, and away you go. Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Right, well, let's take a look at that one now then.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the Maxi Cozy.
Yeah, this is the one that I mentioned about going onto the Bugaboo chassis and the Quinny. It's from basically from birth up in this is a 0+, so you're looking at about a year to 15 months, depending on the weight of the baby. So we only go up to 13 kilos, so the baby has to be 13 kilos. Once they outgrow this one, they then go on to a Group 1 stage, which is it's an overlap of 15 kilos to 18 kilos. But we also have one here.
Yes, this looks very intriguing.
It is. It's £660, but it's well worth the money. This, I believe, has been made out in the Far East, and they've basically done tests and found that the baby should lie flat, really, because it can be quite restricting when a baby's slouched over in a car seat. So the whole principle of this is to have it in a lie flat position, because again, in a normal car seat, they can only really be in it up until 2 hours. Whereas this, you've got the flexibility of a longer period of time, especially if you're travelling a lot. Then obviously you can have this in your car seat in the car.
It goes sideways on.
Basically, this goes against the seat, and then obviously you've got it in like a carry cot position. There's 3 different positions on this car seat.
I sensed it did more.
It did.
Okay, second stage, please.
So the second stage is that you pull this up, that locks into place, and it's basically on a 360 swivel. So this would be the next stage, which is rear facing, and this will go up to a year old.
Right.
And then it doesn't stop there.
I'm very excited already.
The next point is the forward facing. Obviously you won't have these bits in, this is just for the carry cot, but basically you would remove these as well and lift them up to here, because obviously the child will be a lot bigger. This is only for a small baby. So group 1 stage, forward facing, and you're up to 4 years old for this. So you're going from birth to 4 years old. So you're cutting out two car seats really, if you're just going for this one product.
So if someone wanted to be really nice and treat a happy couple,
that's it. £660 is the price tag.
But they're saving money in the long run.
Of course they are.
So it's something that you might still recommend to everyone.
Definitely.
Because you would be saving money.
Definitely. And then after the 4 years old, you then go into a group 2 and 3 stage, which is up to obviously you're looking at about 6 years old for a 2 to 3. The headrest lifts up.
Right.
But they obviously, with a new law coming in on the 18th of September, you have to have a booster seat now up to the age of 12. It's 135 centimetres. So basically, they have to have a booster seat with that, with a child, and it's just an ordinary adult seatbelt on this one. There's no harnesses or anything like that, because a child's obviously big enough to be restrained with an adult belt.
Fantastic. All right, well, I think I've had all the advice that I pretty much need, impartial as it was. Thank you very much.
Thank you.